Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome to the living room. I am your host, Cassandra Marie, and welcome to Under His Construction Talk Show. Yes, I know you guys are used to hearing me say C. Marie for Real Talk, but C. Marie is under construction, and we are now being called Under His Construction. Today, we are so excited to bring with you all a special topic, a much needed topic. We are talking about today's man. What is going on with today's man? Is he a protector or he's a predator? What exactly is today's man grooming us for? And we have a special guest who's going to join us today. So get comfortable, get your notebook and pen together because you're going to definitely want to take some notes and have some questions and join us as we invite the love coach of Atlanta to join us as we go under his construction.
Work on me, fix everything, make me overhead to toe if necessary. Moving forward kind of finds me, but it's the only way to get the best out of my life. So I try to strip the mask off, try my best to release all of me to the process of newness, reinvention and blooming. The power within, I might win, I just might win. I am under construction, doing what I gotta do for me, seeing what I need to see, fixing every single part of me. I am under construction. Tell the dark clouds to move, but let me grab my tea and my notebook. Let me so I can get to the living room, so I can get to the living. Hey, get to the living room, get to the living room.
Yes, you are back in the room with Cassandra Marie. I know you see the sign, the logo with the C. Marie for Real Talk, but C. Marie has gone under construction. God has taken us under construction with a new title and a new format, and He's just shaping us into another version. You know, in Jeremiah, he said when he had the jar in his hand, he said that he's going to take that jar and shape it into another version that is best to his liking. So we are under God's construction. We put our life under his construction. So yes, we are the same show. C. Marie for Real Talk is now gone under his construction. Real challenges for real changes. Yes, and guess what? Today's our anniversary. Yeah, we have made it to 1 year. We have been on exactly 1 year. 1 year ago today, June 12th, living under construction. Team Marie back then started. God gave me the vision. You know, I have such a bold and courageous personality that I use for the devil. And one day I just said, Lord, how can I use this bold personality for you? And I heard talk show. Give them some real talk. Talk about things that the church tend to shy and run away from. That's what we talk about here in the living room. We take it under his construction. So sit back and join us, and we just welcome you. So get ready. I got to get my TD Jakes voice on. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. So I want to introduce you to our guest today. Listen, he's been on the couch on Bravo. He's been on his own weekly talk show. He's been all over Atlanta. He's been worldwide. He's been everywhere as the love coach. So the man is here, Mr. Kelvin Troy Johnson. We welcome you to the living room. And he's going to help us go under God's construction, talking about today's man. What is up with today's man? Is he's grooming us for protection or predator? So welcome, Kelvin, or Love Coach, Mr. Love Coach.
You can call me whatever you want to call me, but I'm here. I'm here. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for having me.
I'm so glad that you're here. I've been watching you for I moved to Georgia back in 2016, and I
Okay.
must kind of stumbled over you around 2017 or 18, and
Hmm.
I've been watching you ever since. I said, this man talk about love advice. I need some of that.
Yes,
Because I
yes.
make some terrible choices. Like I
Well,
feel like I don't know a thing.
well, listen. I mean, if you think of it, when did you go to school for love or for relationships or for
Never.
never of all those courses for 12 years? We had every course except one of the most important courses, which is mate selection. He said, "Oh well, we'll leave that up to we'll leave that in the air and let you figure that out. But let's teach you all these other things." But
And that's
so,
exactly how I felt like nobody ever really taught me what real love is, how to even know when a man is sincere. How do I even
mm,
know when love is real? Like I know, and if I didn't grow up in the church, so I didn't have that blueprint. I was
mhm.
in the world. And even when I came in the church, I still didn't understand what love is. So if a man came to me that was right my flavor, like he had a shot.
Yeah, understood,
I said, "You're gonna be
understood.
my husband."
You gonna be my you. It don't matter what you think. You gonna be my
So
husband.
I'm so glad you're here to help us out today. So let's start off. What's going on with today's man? What is he actually looking to do?
So today's man. All right, I love this question, and I'm so glad that you got me on here to have these conversations. Because today's man is desiring to be more, right?
Hmm.
But he's dealing with the past and those
Hmm.
negative thoughts of being less.
Of being less.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, you think of it. Put yourself in his situation, right?
Hmm.
Never probably in the history of at least our people that women were outpacing the men. Women got
Right.
bigger. They got bigger paychecks. They got better cars. they got their own houses. They got 2, 3 degrees, and they
Hmm.
are going. And for a lot of men, like they just don't really know where they fit. They can't. They don't feel
Wow.
comfortable coming up to you saying hello like men did in the past. They don't because they don't want to offend you, right? They
Right.
don't know how to handle the woman at home who's making more money than they are, and so there's a feeling of inferiority in a lot of
Hmm.
guys, and but they really want to be the breadwinner, really want to be the protector, really want to be the provider, but when you have all of these obstacles against you, it can make it very challenging.
So, do you think when they don't feel like they can meet the requirements of being a provider, they said, well, okay, I might as well go after, I might as well become this predator. I might as well prey on getting what I really want. If I can't get it the right way, maybe I need to just, because you find some men who really prey on women, especially women who's established and they try to get themselves established. They prey on women that can give them a come up. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it happen. It happened to me, to be
Mm-hmm.
very transparent. It happened to me. Men would attach themselves to me because I had the house, I had the job, I had the car, and they saw me as a come up.
Mm-hmm.
So how does a woman know if a man is, if you're his prey, if he's grooming you to be his prey, or if
Mm-hmm.
he really has sincere interest in you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a great question. Before I answer that question, I was reading some statistics that I want to give you tonight.
Oh,
So
I
I
love
read something.
statistics. Go ahead.
Yeah, I read something that said men are more likely to respond to stress with consuming drugs and alcohol than women. Right?
Say that
Um,
again. Men
men
are
men are more likely to respond to stress, meaning
okay.
like everything is going crazy in the world. I can't
Mhm.
find a job. I can't manage all the things of life. Let me go get drunk. Let me go get high, and
Okay.
everything will take care of itself. um, And so when I saw that, it told me that men are dealing with this thing in their minds for escapism.
Mm,
So the drugs,
mm,
the alcohol is just for escape. Like how else do I get out of this situation? How do I deal with this? Oh, I can just go get high, go get drunk, and even like what you said, how do I deal with this woman who may have demands on me or these thoughts? Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go on to the next woman. You know,
mhm.
and she'll be glad to take care of this, glad to pick up this slack or that slack. And so I think that men are using these things as tools to just cope. Some
Mm.
men are using these things to just cope. So it comes to you as being a predator, but for him, he's just trying to cope. He's and so some people choose a lot of different ways to cope. Some guys go get a gun and a ski mask and go hold up the bank, right?
Mhm.
They're trying to cope now, but their method is going to make their situation worse, not better. So I think men have to look at finding better coping mechanisms, you know, because I'm sure, you know, for a lot of guys, now I'm not saying every, but for a lot of guys, they don't intend to be a predator, right? They're
Mhm.
just trying to cope.
They're just trying to cope. And you
Yeah.
said something, the man goes on what the one woman won't do, the next one will. Are women presenting themselves as more desperate, as more too available? And that's why they become the perfect opportunity, if you
Hmm.
will, for
Yeah.
a man to carry out these type of behaviors?
Yeah, definitely. I can see that. You know, and Cassandra, I hate to tell you, but it's going to get worse.
Okay.
If you think it's bad now, don't worry, it's going to get worse because
And
look, as women become more successful, women understand something. They understand that there's only so many to choose from, and you know when there's a what's that what do they call it supply and demand.
oh, okay.
You know, and so I think, you know, as women become more and more successful, they they are they may become a little more desperate and will say, yeah, well, you know what, I only need him for one thing. He come over, give me what I need, and he can go because I got everything else. And there are a lot of
Wow.
women who are living that way right now. That's how they deal with it. They say, you know, I just need him to come scratch my itch when I got the itch. I don't really need nothing else from him, and you know, that's it.
Wow.
You know,
Do you
so
find that
I
even
think that's gonna get worse.
do you find that even to be with the Christian woman, like the woman of God? Because I see women, I'll speak for myself. You know, I was a Christian woman. I'm still am a Christian woman. I say was. I
You gave
still
up on it.
Lord Jesus,
He
I
said,
still
I'm
still
gone. See y'all. I'm out of here.
but you so correct. When things got tough for me, I stepped out and started leaning on my own understanding and making my own choices and leaned and ended up in relationships that was not healthy for me. That
Mhm.
was not healthy for me. I was broken and the man was looking for a broken woman. Sometimes
Mhm.
men look for broken women because they're
Mhm.
easier to deal with. That's their foot in the door, you
Mhm.
know, and then they be able to, you know, just expound on that and move in that direction. But
Mhm.
as women, that's why being under construction is so important because everybody's talking about healing now. Everybody's
Mhm.
talking about wellness now, emotional healing now. And as women tend to lean towards that category more than men, you know, men don't really, I find that they don't really be this Philly type of person. Like, do men
Mm-mm.
really talk emotions? Like,
Mm-mm.
look at your
No.
face. Like,
No. No. Men even have a different even definition of what love is.
well,
You know,
what is that?
okay. So women view love through an emotional lens, through because you've been spoon fed Cinderella since you were 7 years old, and the idea that one day the prince will come and save you. He's coming to save you, and he's gonna look past all those other girls and come and take you away and dance the night away, you know. And so there's a lot of women who've been looking for the prince, all and yeah. And so, but men don't have that. Men don't care. They didn't get that story, right? Men deal in logic. Okay. The question
deal in logic. What makes
yes.
sense?
What makes sense? Women deal in emotion and men deal in logic. So, but look, for love to really work, right? You gotta have some emotions, and you gotta have some logic. Like you gotta have both of them for it to really ever work. Because look, if you only have emotions, you can't get to the practicality of what love and what relationships are. If all you got is logic, that's stale and square,
boring,
like,
right?
and boring, right? And you can't feel nothing with logic. Logic is feelingless, right? And so so there has to be the two coming together, and because men can see, they feel love when you are on their side, when you have my back, when you show me that that you can add value to what I'm already doing. You see what my passion is, and you can add value to it. That means you love me. When you respect me, that means you love me.
I
When
want the same thing, Calvin. I want the same thing.
Yeah.
I want a man who can add value to what I'm doing, who can share my vision. I share his, almost like a partnership, if you will, a love partnership. God said we were created for love relationships. We were created for love relationships with him and with other people, but yet we seem to have a hard time loving. Even because everybody, let's keep it real, everybody has a different idea of what love is based on their culture, based on how their household, their family environment. Some people say, well, he don't love me unless he beat me up 3 times a week. Some people think that's love if they grew up in that environment. So how do we get people to even first understand what real love even looks like or feel like?
Well, I think the first thing we have to do is get to the place that we understand that love starts here. Love starts with you. And so the problem we have, Cassandra, is too many people are waiting for somebody else to come and to fill their love tank. Okay, your love tank's on E, and you're asking, "Hey, would you?" And that's what you said. Look, that taps into what you said earlier about a person being like naive and just open and just like, and the guy comes along and just like tell you everything you want to hear. But that's because you've got all the right words, because your tank is empty and you're not filling your own tank. So that means you're open to go to fill her up. and if I fill your love tank, I can also control you when I take that love back.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
If you give it to me, and if you give me the space to fill it, I can also I can unfill it. I can pull the plug on it. And so, but here's the thing. But when you fill it, when you allow God to fill it, then all the person who comes along can do is either top it off or keep pushing, keep going. Okay.
I absolutely love that. And that's so true. So then the next question for me is, how do we fill the love tank? How do we fill the love tank ourselves? Well, I'll share with how I begin to fill mine is I had to first go to God and say, Lord, help me to see what you see when you look at me. Because when I look at me through my eyes, I see something fractured. I see something disfigured. I see something distorted. I see mistakes of my past. But when God looks at me, he sees me whole. He sees me pure. He sees love when he sees me because he's looking at me through his son, Jesus, right? So he doesn't see all those mistakes that I've made. So Lord, help me to see myself the way you see me. And I had to really and this takes work now. This takes a lot of tears, and this takes work to even deal with those pieces of me that I didn't want to confront. And I think sometimes as women, we just don't want to deal with those pieces that are real ugly, that we've hidden in the back of the closet, in the shoebox somewhere, and we don't want to take them out and deal with them. But meanwhile, it's making your carpet lumpy. It's making you don't have a smooth foundation to tread on.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I had to deal with some of that stuff. Like I had to deal with them. I had low self-esteem. I had to get honest and say, I don't feel good about me. But honesty, self-honesty is something, it takes courage. I find anyway, it takes courage. So if I want to be loved, how can I expect Harold to love me if I don't even love me? Why would I expect John to spend time with me when I don't even like spending time with me? Some women just can't even spend time by themselves for 5 minutes.
It's true. It's true. It's true. And I often say that you teach people how to love you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You teach people. And so what that looks like is this. It's like a big field. And you ever seen those farmers on a tractor?
Yes.
They're on a tractor and they cut a hole, a line straight through the field. If you were wandering out there trying to figure out which way to go, and you look up and you see, oh, look at there's a path that somebody cut. Duh. Oh, this must be the way. And you would walk right through that path that's already been open, as opposed to walking through the weeds and walking through. You see what I'm saying? Like you would walk through
the struggle.
A head height grass when there's a clear path to go. Listen, you have to create a path for somebody to follow in order for you to get the love that you want. You got to create it, you, right? Look, if you want to be taken to fine restaurants, take yourself.
You better come on here. You better come on here, love coach.
Okay. If you want to stay at fine hotels, you want to stay at the Four Seasons, and you want to take those trips. Look, when you go out of town, find the Four Seasons and go stay there.
Because that's what he is.
Take those trips. Look, absolutely. When you go out of town, we got some feedback happening.
That's what he is. Oh wow, absolutely. What is going on there? We got some that echoing.
Are we good?
Okay. Okay. She working on it.
Okay.
But it's absolutely, if a path is already created, why do you want to take the hard road? Take what's been created. My mother used to say, you can believe what I say. You don't have to experience it for yourself. You can believe what I say. I'm trying to share my experience with you, so you don't have to walk the path that I walked. Right? So we try to share that with people, but sometimes people are just, we just hard-headed. And we're not ready. Sometimes, do you find that some even men are just not ready? Some men are not ready to be in a responsible, committed, I'm going to even call it adult relationship. They are grown boys with long things swinging, but really little boy mind.
Yes. Well, it's the truth. I saw another statistics that said men are less likely to go to therapy, which means to go and work on themselves. So, so this is a statement to something you asked earlier. You asked, well, how do we work on ourselves? and women are more likely to do it. So go do it, right? Get to therapy, find a coach, find a love coach, a life coach, find somebody who you can sit down with who will confront you about your stuff.
Yes.
Because that, like you said, that rug gets lumpier and lumpier, and it's not going away until you deal with it, right? And so the same thing. I'm encouraging my guys. Look, therapy is good for you because you've been through war. Some of these men have been through hell, and they don't even know. They don't even realize how and why, how it's affected them, and why they do the things they do. And so I think this is very important for men, for the ladies, to work on themselves by finding the help. I had some kind of a weird rash come up on my hand, right? And the first thing I did was go to the drawer and try to get some cream, right? And that didn't work. So I could have just said, forget about that, and just getting worse and worse and worse. Or I said, where is the, let me go see if I can get me an appointment to go see a doctor. And I went in there and she said, well, good thing you came. It looks like it's going to be like something like shingles. Okay. So at least now I have a direction as to how to treat the problem. So we need a direction on how to treat our emotional problems, a direction on how to treat our love problems. I'm telling you. So I'm a starch advocate of people getting therapy, going to coaches. You can get in with me, whatever it takes for you to understand yourself, and then understand who's going to be right for you going forward in the future.
And listen, you all, if you need a love coach, if you feel like you need a coach, please contact Kelvin Troy Johnson. His information is right there. He's easily accessible. He'll get right back to you. So contact him. You will not regret it. You have to find yourself worthy to invest in yourself. Is he free? No, he's not free. Okay, no, he is not free. He has a valuable service that he is providing, and God has given him that gift. And if you find yourself worthy, then you wouldn't mind making the investment, because those are the type of decisions that I had to make. And that's for anybody. If you find yourself worthy of something, you have to be willing to make that investment in yourself. How can you want somebody else to invest in you if you do not even invest in yourself? You know, that's number one. That's number one. So let's talk about give folks 3 signs of a predator who is grooming a woman who's a prey. Like maybe just 3 signs of a predator.
Okay, 3 signs of a predator. One sign of a predator is a person who lives disconnected. Right? Mm-hmm. They live disconnected. They're not connected to anybody or anything, and there's no core. There's what do they call it? There's no center point. There's no accountability. Yeah, and there's no connection. They just disconnected. They do their own thing, and there's nobody that talks to them. There's like you don't see them working on themselves in any kind of way, because they got all the answers.
Wow.
Right. Be careful of that. Another sign of a predator is somebody who you can just see them. They're bouncing off everything that you say. Like they're responding from what you say. Right. What do you do? You know, I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to work today, right? It's, you know, where do you work at? Like
so let's role play for a minute. Role play for a minute. I'm going to be the woman. The woman, right? And you see me, and you just say hello, how you doing? So you act like you just see me, say hello, how you doing?
Okay.
Say hello. How you doing, Cassandra?
Hey,
Yeah.
Cassandra, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, but I had a rough day at work today, but I guess I'm okay. Now, what would be the predator's response?
The predator's response would be like, "Oh, you know what? I bet you them people they probably worried you to death. You know what? I tell you what you do. You need somebody in your life that can help relax you when you get home. What? How would you like a bubble bath when you got home? When you got home, what if you had a man at your house that had the food on the stove burning, a bubble bath, and everything laid out for you when you got home? How would you like that?
That sounds like a setup all day long, but I fell for some of that.
Yeah, and look, and he said, you know what? Just leave me at the house, and I'm a take care.
At
I'm gonna
your
be
house,
there.
right?
Yeah, at your house, and I'm gonna be there all day, just waiting for you to come home. That's a
Running up
predator.
your electricity, eating your
Yes,
food,
yes, talking to other women. Wait,
laying in your bed.
absolutely. And look, and I'm telling you, there's plenty of women that are like, oh, you mean I don't have to cook? You mean I don't have to? I can get a bubble bath, and yeah, there's more coming after the bubble bath. Just
It's more.
understand. Yes, it is. So that's a
Wow.
predator.
That's a friend. Let's give him one more. Let's give him one more.
Okay.
So, do you think a predator? Does he always know a family member or something? Like, how does he get the information on you? Like, does he know a family member or something?
Well, a predator. If you think about a predator, even in the wild kingdom, they study their prey.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
study the prey. They study your habits, your movements, your conversation. You know,
They do their research.
do the research. You know, and here's a good example of a predator. Right.
Mhm.
I tell people all the time, if somebody is in a hurry to have a relationship with you,
Mm.
that's a red flag. That right there is a predator, right?
Wow.
They met you in a week and they want you to be their woman. They met you on Monday and want you to be their woman by Thursday. And asking you, can we get married in 2 weeks from now? Right? If somebody's in a hurry, can you imagine a flower like hurrying up and open? No, they don't do that. A flower opens up naturally, all in its time, and so it is with love and relationships. So if anybody's doing something and they're in a hurry, they want to hurry up and marry you, it's not that ain't God. That ain't look
That ain't God.
look at God. Oh, he got this, he got that, he got that, and he ready, child. He ready, child. No, yeah, he ready, child. All right.
Yeah.
he
I'm
ready.
laughing.
He ready to
I'm
take you
laughing.
for a ride. Yes, that's what he ready. All right, ready to take you for a ride.
I'm laughing because I met a guy online and he was just like that. Like he wanted to meet that day. He was like, oh,
Yes.
and then what got me, he said, can you come pick me up? I said, come pick you up.
Yeah, unmatched.
No, we are
Block.
not equally yoked at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
No.
yeah. And trust me, if you had came and picked him up, that's the beginning of the sideways situation. That's the
I
that's the
probably
that's
never been
that's the
able to get rid
beginning.
of him.
That's the beginning. You wouldn't be able to get rid of him. He gonna ask you then, oh, I left my wallet home. Can you pay for dinner?
Oh,
and every time there'll be something. There's always something. So that's a predator.
wow. Women, we have to be conscious of men. We are in desperate times. Everybody, it seems to me, is looking out for their own best interest. People have everything has been put on hold for so long, and now that things are opening up, you see a lot of people doing a lot of things. I mean, we're just definitely in some strange times right now, especially
Yes.
when it comes to relationship. A lot of people don't have And if you do have, and I don't mean just material things, but if you have self esteem, if you have that self worth and you've done the work on yourself, but probably most likely you won't even attract this type of man because he'll do 90 to get away from you because he's more gravitating to the woman who does have low self esteem, who doesn't have that self assurance. He sees her weakness, like the love coach didn't say. He didn't study her. He didn't study her. But a lot of times, women, I know for myself as well, I want to feel protected. So let's talk about the protector. We've talked about the predator. So let's help women and men understand who the protector is. You know, when a man is sincerely wants to come into your life and he wants to protect you, he wants to be that one. What would that look like for the woman?
Wow, great question. But Cassandra, can I have you put a pin in that, because I think there's a point that we missed in the predator situation.
Okay, let's go back there. Let's go back.
Yeah, because you just mentioned something. You said, and this is true for men and for women. So now we have to talk about the women predators. Okay. Oh yes. Look, I'm not that guy. I'm not the pandering guy who try to say everything that women want to hear. Some of these women are predators too.
Some of the women are predators too. When I was preparing for this show, I read that women will, when they're a predator, they would make a man feel like he's the rock star in the bedroom. Like she would make that man feel like she's that one. You know, I don't know, but why will a woman need to be the predator? What is she after?
Hey, because she's after whatever it is she wants, just like he is after whatever it is he wants. Okay, look. Somebody might say that Lori Harvey, who's just in the news, somebody might say that she's a female predator. Okay, she's looking for a good man so she can come up and build her brand. You want to see an example? You looking for an example of a predator? There you go. All right. Anybody who will date the son and the father. She dated P. Diddy and his son, and with no shame.
I didn't even know that was his father.
Well, of course, Michael B. Jordan is not his father, but
okay. I'm getting you talking about other relationship. Okay, got it.
In the past, she dated Justin Combs, and then went and dated P. Diddy. Who else? Now, if that ain't a predator, and then she cut these guys loose and go on to the next one and to the next one, and like that right there, and then get this man who completely loves her.
Completely, you could tell that man loved her.
That man emptied his soul out on that woman.
He loved her.
He loved her completely and was ready to make her his wife. But you can't make a predator into a wife. You look. There's a different way I could have said that, but I know.
I definitely felt you.
There's a different way, but you can't do it.
I understand though.
You can't do it, and so I'm telling you, there are a lot of women.
They used to say you can't make a hoe into a housewife, right?
You said it. You said it. Okay.
I'll say it for you.
Yes, and so and that there are a lot of women who are like that, even in the songs out, right? I like to be out and just observe the women and just like what they do, what they listen to, and all that. Like some of the biggest songs is Megan Thee Stallion, is the City Girls, and all. Like it's literally a tutorial of how to prey on men. The songs are literally a tutorial on how to get men, separate men from their money, how to get what you want, girl, and go on and climb the ladder. And I'm telling you, so there's a lot of young women who are listening to those songs and listening to those ideas and developing their strategy on how to come up the ladder and rise.
Wow. A strategy. Wow. And it's
Strategy.
true. Because look how many celebrities are targeted. The women get with them, poke holes in the condoms just to get pregnant by them. You've been
Hmm.
hearing that kind of stuff go on for years, baiting them just to get pregnant by them so they can collect a check. They don't
I'm
even care,
telling you. I'm
just
telling
so
you.
they can collect a check. So
Yes.
what type of woman is that? Is that a woman who just has been abused, or what type of woman? What does her background? What would a woman's background um will look like to make her be a predator? Like maybe
You,
the
you, you,
average woman.
you know what? The average woman. Fear.
Fear.
It's fear.
Fear.
It's fear that I won't, like, things are not going to work out for me. The fear that he's gonna get what he's gonna get what he wants and leave me, and I'm gonna be out here all alone. So I'm gonna get him first. I'll get him before he get me. It
Wow.
all of that is fear based.
Wow.
Fear that you know um, I'm just not. I'm gonna make sure that I'm taken care of, and I'm gonna use what I got to get what I want.
Mm.
It's all fear based, but you can't go forward in fear. Like
You
you can't
can't.
you can't get anything real because fear is false evidence
Evidence
appearing real.
appearing real.
It's false evidence. So keep walking in fear, and you walking in a false evidence of something that appears real. It seems like it's going to work out for you when you come up off all these guys and they give you their cash and they all that whole stuff. But at the end of it, you're gonna be by yourself.
You're gonna be by yourself.
It looked like Lori Harvey is winning, but I'm telling you, she on the time clock, and look, and time don't care about none of us. Time going to slow walk you down, and you see after a while, oh yeah, you the hot girl today, but you ain't always gonna be the hot girl. You're gonna be the ice cold girl in a short amount of time, and you'll see what happens.
This shows me that looks doesn't matter. Beauty on the outside is not going to carry you through life. You have to have more than a pretty face out here.
Yes, absolutely.
You got to have you got to be beautiful on the inside. You got to have that beautiful substance on the inside, because eventually you may have the pretty face. You might wake up gorgeous, but eventually that ugliness on the inside of you is going to flow right on out, and it's going to overtake and overshadow that pretty face.
That's the
and
truth.
Then all that person is going to see, all that man is going to see now is that ugliness. He's no longer going to see that pretty face. You're no longer going to look pretty to him.
True. And then when you decide that, you know what, I really want something real, men won't take you seriously. They're like, no. Why would I attach myself to you? Okay. When look, men ask for your hand in marriage, right? And women accept. Men do the asking, women do the accepting, right? When a man says, "Will you marry me?" That means, will you get on my track? Will you be the person that represents me? We're together on the track of life. Will you marry me? Who's asking you if you've been a predator your whole life? Who wants you to be on their track?
Because predators hold venom. They hold venom. Like they will bite you eventually.
Yes.
And who's to know when you're finished being a predator? Like
exactly.
You make so much sense. If a person has a history of a predator, I know I would never trust you. I might forgive you,
not.
But you're not coming to dinner.
Can't do it. Because you don't know when they're gonna bite again.
When they gonna bite again?
Look, it's that story of the frog and the scorpion.
Yeah.
The frog takes the scorpion across. He says, "No, wait. Before you get on my back, I don't want to take you across that river because I know you're just gonna sting me. Well, I'm not gonna sting you. Why would I sting you? He gets on the frog's back, and next thing you know, sting. And before the frog goes under, he said, "Wait a minute, you said you wasn't gonna sting me." And he said, "Frog, I'm a scorpion.
That's what I do.
That's what I do."
That's what I do. And we got to remember that the devil, that's what he does.
We do.
That's what he does, man.
I'm
He
telling
is
you.
a liar. He is a thief.
I'm telling you.
Like he is a persuader. He fear. That's what the devil does. That's why he operates off of fear. That is his playground.
Absolutely.
That is
Absolutely.
his playground.
Absolutely. But look,
making things appear real.
Yes, absolutely. But if you wanted to get to the protector, that you wouldn't. So
let's get to the protector. Let's offer some help.
So look. Here's how you can identify a protector, right?
Yeah.
And this is in conversation and in deed, physically. Okay. In conversation, like I did a video on YouTube. You guys check out my YouTube channel called "Type in the Love Coach" on YouTube, and on the channel I did a video.
It's 5 signs of toxic relationships.
Yeah, that's the channel, but that's not the one. That's not the video I'm talking about. The video was how do you know if a man sees you in his future? Right. So I gave about five tips. I'm gonna give y'all just a couple, so you can go look up the video yourself. If you can,
whet our appetite a little bit.
Yes. So one of them was the language the person uses, the language he uses. Right. If you hear "we can go," us, together. We're going, like he's speaking in terms of as in a couple, right? And he's speaking towards the future. If a man's not talking to you about the future, you're probably not in it.
But how do we know that he's just not saying what we want to hear because he know we want to hear that? So how do we differentiate the sincerity?
Yeah. You differentiate it by the action. I told you it's word and deed, right? It's word and deed. Is there any action going towards the thing that he said? I heard it said this way: is the tongue in his mouth going in the same direction as the tongue in his shoes?
Is the tongue in his mouth going the same direction of the tongue in his shoe?
Absolutely. Are they going in the same direction?
In his shoe. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So are the words matching the actions?
Is the word matching the action?
And that'll tell you everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's one. Those terms and those terms towards the future. Okay. Another one is how do you know if a man sees you in his future? Is listen to this is a funny one. Somebody might debate this one, but this is what I have studied and observed, and it's true. As a men's counselor for 17 years, these are the conversations I've had with men. All right. So if a man introduces you to the female members of his family, Aunt Rose, Big Mama, his mother, all those people who are likely to end up at the wedding, if he introduces you to them, you got a good chance that person sees you in his future because he's introducing you to people who mean something to him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You understand? So
he takes you home to meet mama and them.
Look, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee, but if he's the quality of guy that you thought he was, if he's going to introduce you to people who mean something to him. So if you mean something to him, he's going to introduce you to other people who mean something to him, and that's a sign that he finds value in you going towards the future.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no.
Wow.
Of course, again, it's not no guarantee, but because some of these people, they bring a new person every Thanksgiving,
And the family knows it.
and the
Here we
family
go
knows.
with another one.
Here we go again. Here go Bobby, little Bobby Jr. He got him another one.
The family knows it.
Yes, yeah. But I got a bunch more of those. But yeah, check out the video. How do you know if a man sees you in this future? You can even type that in YouTube and it'll come up. Just that title alone.
How do you know if a man sees you in your future? Y'all go over there and check that out with Calvin Troy Johnson, the love coach of Atlanta. How do you know if a man sees you in his future? Yes. Go check it out. So, okay, Calvin. So women, we want to be protected. We want to feel protected.
Mm-hmm.
And we're being prepared to be this wife. I've been married and divorced twice.
Okay.
I've been married and divorced twice.
That's common. That's actually getting to be more and more common. I hear that. I literally hear that all the time.
And I never thought, I'm like, okay. And when I look at why I got married, I really believe I didn't have a clue on what it meant or understood what it meant to be a wife. I thought I was good girlfriend material, but honestly, I wasn't ready to be a wife because I did not understand what it meant to be a wife. I was going off on, he made me feel safe. So I thought he was the one.
Yeah.
So is it more to this than, can that be the lead decision maker just because he makes you feel safe? Yes, he made me feel safe, but he came with a whole lot of other baggage besides that.
Yeah. And but look, I think that is the key though. It's, yes, he makes you feel safe, but what else does he make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He makes you feel safe, but does he also make you feel scared? Mm-hmm. He makes you feel safe maybe in finance, but does he make you feel safe emotionally where you can open your entire heart to him?
Mm-hmm.
Does he make you feel safe? Yeah. He might walk on the outside of the sidewalk, right? Just make sure you on the inside just in case a car come up.
Physically safe,
right? But does he make you feel just the emotionally safe that like you can trust him with your heart?
So what are, say, 3 to 4 areas that a man should make you feel safe?
Okay, here's a couple of areas that a man should make you feel safe. A man should make you feel safe physically. Now, that may sound like obvious, right? But I'm telling you, there's some men who didn't grow up with fathers out here who don't understand the need to protect women in that kind of way. So he should be in a place that, okay, physically, if something happens, he's not going to be the first one to run.
He's not going to be running underneath the table.
Yeah.
Hide in the closet, right?
Right. If somebody bang on the door at 2 a.m., he's not sending you to the door, looking over the banister like, hey, I'll call the police. Okay, so physically, that's physically. So I think even emotionally, we talked about that a little bit. You just being able to trust him with your heart. I think he needs to make you feel safe with just in your living space, right? Safe with being able to take care of things, right? This is very important. This is very important because for some people, like, let's say, your mate is the person who is going to have to be able to speak for you if you can't speak for yourself. Okay. So if you have to ask yourself, is this person somebody I would want and I could trust that he can speak for me if I can't speak for myself? Like, do they have common sense to be able to speak to a doctor, be able to speak to an attorney? Do they have the ability to manage situations,
That's
or are
a
they going to
good
be,
one.
or they're going to be all nervous and out of sorts, you know?
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I think that's important. Even making you feel safe that overall, I got you.
Mm.
I got you. Overall, if you can't call anybody, you can call me.
Now you want to
You,
talk about something being sexy. That's sexy. That's sexy.
yes. Yes.
That is sexy.
Look, no question about it. You get a tire blowout on 85, and you pick up the phone and say, "Hey, my tire blew on 85. You know, can you come and help me?" Before you get it out your mouth, they out the door.
That is sexy.
I'm telling you.
Not get home the best way you can.
Right.
I'll see you when you get there.
Right. And and if that person isn't somebody who can make you feel in those safe ways, before I deliver that piece, I just want to say that we need to have these conversations about what it means to be in a relationship with somebody and the expectation of all that goes into these things, right? Because there are some men who have never heard what I just said. And they may be, oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. And wait, I don't even know how to change a tire. There's a lot of guys, they just been trained to go ahead and call a tow truck and let the tow truck guy do it. It's like, so I think we have to
everyone that wants to feel not necessarily rescued, we don't need to be rescued. I don't want to use that word, but I guess protected is the word. Protected is the word. Wants to feel protected.
Yes. And trust me, every man wants to have the ability to provide the protection. Every man wants that, he wants to be able to. I got a 19-year-old son, and I tell him, look, every man needs to be physically strong. I tell him, I say, look, because nowadays there's a lot of kids like these boys is flabby. they got no muscle tone, and it might. I'm not a health professional guy, but it may have something to do with the food that's turning that testosterone into estrogen, and they looking more and more like women. They acting more and more like women. Some of them are becoming more attracted to men more than ever before. And because they're getting more, you look at it, the fatter these boys are getting, the more the gay. I mean, listen, I ain't going there tonight, but
because we're gonna go there too. We're gonna go there. We having a conversation in a couple of weeks about that. We going there.
I mean, there's something about it, So
we going under construction right there because it's the truth. It's the truth. And even I've seen people raised in the church, grew up in the church their whole life, parents or pastors and stuff, and they still get of age and choose this alternate lifestyle. So that's not it. It's I don't know if it's the music that's being played that this generation listens to, but this culture is being attacked in such a fierce way that they're being persuaded to believe that they are not the sex that they were born.
Yeah. There's a lot of confusion out here, a lot of confusion, and so I think we owe it to ourselves. I try and do the work with the males and having these conversations, even with the feet about things such as this on my TikTok channel. And look, I understand it comes with fury because some of this stuff that you say, it sounds so old-fashioned, but I'm telling you, old-fashioned works in a lot of ways.
Old-fashioned work. It worked. It kept them alive a lot of times.
Yes, it did.
It worked. You didn't have them killing each other, kids killing kids the way we have now. So
Yes.
old fashioned. Don't be so quick to throw away the old. The history and the old work. And
It
that's the
works.
sad part. A lot of our elders and stuff have passed on with our history and didn't share it with the younger generation. So
True.
they don't know it.
True.
They
True.
don't know it.
Yes. So I try, and as I talked to my son, I told him, you got to be physically strong. You got to be able to take care of things. There's somebody going to be waiting on you, expecting you to know what to do, and you got to be ready to do it. So,
Because God
yeah.
has taken your rib and He's preparing a woman to be your helpmeet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's a woman out there that was being shaped and molded from your rib, from your
Mm.
rib.
Mm.
So oh my goodness, Troy, I thank you so much for coming on today. It has been an absolute treat. Listen, y'all better get y'all better get on this thing with Mr. Calvin Troy Johnson, the
Yes,
love
ma'am.
coach of Atlanta. Y'all better
Yes,
get
ma'am.
on this thing. Check out his TikTok channel, his YouTube channel. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. You can check Love Coach Atlanta on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Love Coach Atlanta on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitter. Listen, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today, Love Coach. You have fed us with a wealth of information. I know I learned a lot. You even confirmed some things in my spirit. It was so good talking to you. I pray that you
Yes.
all got some good notes. Even you listening to the replay, get your notebook and stuff, and check out the Love Coach. Hit them up if you need a mentor. Let him help you out a little bit. I'm sure he'll be
Yes.
happy to. I'm sure he'll be
Yes.
happy to.
I'd be glad
This,
to.
thank you. Once again, this is C. Cassandra Marie. We are no longer called Real Talk. We are under construction. So the new name, we are known under his construction for real challenges and real changes. Just thank you all. So look for us when you hear about us. We are under his construction. That is still me, Cassandra Marie, and we are here to bring you real conversations in the living room every week. You can visit us. We did join the network, Inspired Living Network TV with Liz Black. So you can catch us on your Roku stations, on your Amazon Fire Stick every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. That's Inspired Living Network TV.com. Go over there and download the app and check us out. Your girl is over there every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. I'm still coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. So get in where you fit in, all right? And thank you all so much. Once again, you have the book. Come out and support Because I'm a Woman Under Construction, the memoir. It is still on sale at Amazon.com for the low price of $13.99. You can go straight to Amazon.com and get your copy today. It will be at your door in 2 days. Y'all know Amazon is on their game. They don't take long to deliver. Please give to us. Supporting is caring. We need your support. You can cash app us at Real Talk with CM. Nothing is too small of an amount to give. We appreciate all givings, all donations, and we just thank you so much. You guys have been rocking with me since 2004, and I thank you all so, so much. Listen, we cannot do all this talking about love without inviting you to the one who is love, which is God. Jesus died for our sins. He was an innocent man that died for our sins. He loves you. And the invitation to the best love. Look, you want a love relationship? You need to accept Jesus. You talk about a love relationship. That's a love relationship that you can count on, that will never leave you nor forsake you. You don't have to be in front of no big church. You don't need no preacher. You don't need nobody. You can go right to Romans 10:9-10, and you can say those words to yourself. And guess what? You are saved. You are in the body of Christ. You are in the kingdom family. So don't deny yourself. You are worth it. And God knew you was worth it. That's why he gave his only son up because he knew you were worth it. So thank you all again for joining us. Thank you for another episode of Now Under His Construction. I'll see you next week. I'll see you Tuesday over there on Inspired Living Network. Thank you all so much, from my heart to yours. I absolutely love you. And thank you for joining us right here under his construction.
Work on me, fix everything, make me over head to toe if necessary. Moving forward kind of frightens me, but it's the only way to get the best out of my life. So I try to strip the mask off, try my best to release all of me to this process of newness, reinvention and grooming. The power within, I might win, I just might win. I am under construction, doing what I gotta do for me, seeing what I need to see, fixing every single part of me. I am under construction. Tell the dark clouds to move up, let me grab my tea and my nose